Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the CE Tool, and on today's video we have a tool truck tool haul for the months of May and June. We skipped our monthly one because we only had about half the stuff, and I figured I want to do a more extensive tool haul before I did a tool truck tool haul, because you know how stuff gets expensive, you know what I mean, guys? So I figured, you know what, let's wait an extra month and accumulate some more stuff until we can give you a more proper tool haul. And I figured this was enough of a tool haul from the tool trucks that we can get a good video out of it. So we're going to start off on this side and show you what we got for May and June. And we're going to start off with this, guys. This is the Mac Tools 4-piece tire deflator set for TPMS valve stems. And this was, I think, about $28-ish, maybe. Yeah, about $28. And over here, this is to simply replace a standard size valve cap with this handy tool, and a special design will depress the pin in the valve core. Large openings on the side of the tool allow air to escape quickly from the tire. Tools are marked so tires can be returned to their original position on the vehicle, so TPMS will not need to be reset. Also saves time since the valve core has not been removed from the sensor. So that's what it is, guys. This thing is going to be very helpful. I know a lot of Toyotas are compatible, very compatible with this. Well, it's pretty much compatible with everything, but Toyotas can one of the brands that actually, like, this is what recommended for a Toyota. I mean, you don't need to do that with some other brands, but I would say this is good for all brands of vehicles, and not having to worry about resetting your TPMS sensors. So that's pretty good. Let's move on. Here we have our mini EDC pliers from Snap-on. So this is the stuff that we got. We have a red pair of these, but it's different. So these have more of a V-groove jaw, and where the other ones have like a serrated jaw. And I really like these a lot. They have like a cutter over here. Very nice. It's like a little slip joint. The model number is HJ44BCF5 at the end. So this is really nice. Got the green handle, just what I like. All different kinds. And then over here we have a mini Snap-on channel lock. Let me see. This is AWP45. Mini channel locks, guys. Look how awesome that is. Never would have thought I would have seen that until I did. This is a ignition plier, mini ignition plier, but you know, this is going to be used for different things other than ignitions, unless it's needed for an ignition, something in an ignition assembly. But this is also a made in the USA product. This is 5CF, and there's a 5 at the end. But I think it's just 5CF for these ignition pliers. Really neat. It's got some nice serrations here, and it's got a thin head, so it'll get you into little places that you can't get. That's why I recommend this, guys. We have a pry tool from Bluepoint. Yes, Bluepoint has this awesome pry tool. I wanted to get another one of these, but I didn't want one of those 4140s from Amazon, because they're kind of like really cheap. Like, I have one and it's good, it's decent, but I wanted something more, a higher quality. And this is 30 bucks. I figured, you know what? Get the Bluepoint. And it's definitely a much, much better quality over the 4140 ones. And this one is model number PBFT10. Really nice. Here's an 11 millimeter Snap-on hex socket. Reason why I got this was because Ford uses these for caliper bolts on some cars, some Ford vehicles. And the 11 millimeter is a necessity, and a lot of sets do skip 11 millimeter. So this is going to be as a throw-in on my master set over there, to have an 11 millimeter. The only thing that kind of sucks about this, it's just, I feel like it's too long. So I'm probably going to get the bandsaw and cut this in half, so at least it's somewhat reasonable, because look at the size of this thing. It's crazy big, long. But it's a Snap-on, so you get a lifetime warranty. And I'm not going to have to worry about this if something were to ever happen to this. Snap-on. Awesome job. Here's another Snap-on. This is a Snap-on T47 Torx Plus. Not a security Torx or a Torx. This is a Torx Plus. So this is a rounded design, kind of like a a Torx has more of a pointed design, and you can use Torx on Torx Plus, but you're gonna risk stripping out the bolts. So I recommend using a Torx Plus on a Torx Plus because it is rounded and it's not gonna affect the bolt that you're trying to get out, the screw bolt you're trying to get out. So I definitely say get a Torx Plus with the T47. I have other brands of Torx Plus sets. I just needed a T47 because they're used in some instances, not very much, and I didn't have one, so now I do thanks to this socket at my Snap-on dealer. Very difficult to find. They're out there in the wild, but I got mine from Snap-on. What I am having a trouble is finding is the Torx Plus security tamper-proof one. So that one's a 5-pointed one, and that's extremely difficult to find. You can get them in a set, but it's kind of expensive for the set when I'm only looking for just one. It's kind of difficult, but this is I recommend, guys. Here's another one for the 11mm. So this is a Mac Tools 11mm hex. So I wanted a stubby because sometimes you may need to get in an area that you can't access with something like this. Look at the size difference, guys. Look at that. It's almost the same size on the socket part, just a little bit taller on the Mac Tools. But, I mean, you're going to have plenty of places to access it. This stubby looks like that. It's because it's the RBRT. It's not like a standard hex. It's RBRT hex, and that's what an RBRT hex looks like. And this will get a lot of fasteners loose if you have an issue. Especially, like I said, caliper bolts for a Ford. This will be very good. Let me see that model number. That's an X. All right, there it is. XXSSH11MMRBRT. 11mm, guys. So, definitely recommend this one. One thing we didn't have is one of these. So we have the Icon version of these needle nose. These are, by the way, these are Talon grips. These are the Talon grip needle nose pliers. And it's not like the one in the Icon. So this one is the Icon version. If you can see how smooth it is, it's from really from here, the hinge point, above the hinge point, all the way down, nice and smooth. And it's got some serrations right there, cross-hatching serrations on the teeth. And the Snap-on version of this one is exactly the same. Now, the reason why I chose this one is a little bit different. It's the same Talon grip that Snap-on has. I don't have the Snap-on version of this one. This is a Talon grip. Everything's the same. The only thing that I wanted is that it has the cutters. And I kind of said, you know what? I could either choose this or this one. It's the same plier from Snap-on, but I wanted the cutters on it, so I chose the one with the cutter on it. So if I needed to cut something in an emergency, like quickly without having to take out another tool, I have that option now. So this is a necessity for me because now it's a little bit more versatile as opposed to using just this as a needle nose. So definitely recommend this Snap-on. Here is a pair of Electrician shears. Tell you guys, this stuff cuts awesome. This one's made in Taiwan. It's got a really nice plastic sheathing. Fits really good. It's got a right angle design or angle design with 45 maybe, but almost a 90-degree angle. And it's got a really nice sheath. And I gotta say, this cuts better than the Doyle and I would say the Knipex. I don't have the Knipex, but since it's the same one made in the same factory, I can assume that they cut pretty much the same. This one cuts a lot better. I gotta say though, I think these might be made from that same factory, but I don't know, different tolerances. But this one has some different features than those other ones. Hold on, let me show you those other ones. So this is the Doyle, but they like even WorkPro has a set of this. It's made in the same. They're all made in the same factory, but different types of colors. And this is the Doyle sheath, and it's kind of like a really crappy design because this thing keeps popping up. So I just decided that, you know, I'll get this one. And it actually, like I said, it cuts way much better. It's got a wire stripper in there that does from 10 to 22. And I did solid wire with it, and it was fine. It worked good. But I don't know if that's just for stranded wire. It could be just stranded wire because it's a Mac tool stuff. So a lot of automotive deal with stranded wire, and it's from the. But it did say electrician shears on the packaging. So I'm gonna assume, and I tried it out, and I'm gonna assume it's made for solid wire also. Now the interesting thing about this is it has a spring mechanism. Oh, by the way, it has two different size crimpers there as well as wire strippers. It's got this locking mechanism. When you pull it up, it's locked in. And then when you push it down, it opens right up. That's the back end of it. It's got a really nice shear. Now, the interesting thing about this is, here's your scissors. There's your blade, your traditional scissor blade. But on this side, you got a serrated blade. So you have a mixture of a regular blade, traditional blade, very sharp, and a serrated blade. So you're getting, maybe that's why it cuts much better than the Doyle's and potentially the Knipex. Oh, wait a minute. This one has it too. Okay, so they both have it. That's why another thing, like I said, guys, it's probably made in the same factory, but for some reason, this one has a better tolerance level. Maybe it's the leverage design, being like this, right-angled. I don't know. But let me tell you, this is the better tool, and I would say this is better than the Knipex, as well as the Doyle's and the Work Pros and whatever other brand they make it for. This one is the way to go. This is Mac Tools AES01. Very nice set of wire strippers. So I like it. And here's the other caveat, if you guys have a question for it. This does fit in the Doyle. And the Doyle does fit in this one, the Mac Tools. So, and it fits pretty good, guys. No complaints here, I gotta say. All right, so let's move on. We have a set of wrenches. So on this side, we have one SAE wrench in 1 inch and a 22 millimeter and a 21 millimeter. And the reason why I got these wrenches is because I needed to fill out my set more. So this is a 6-point wrench. So this is I'm in the RBRT / Craftsman Overdrive line. And the Craftsman Overdrive wrenches, which I did make a full no-skip set of, I felt like it's missing pieces. And one of the things that it's missing is some of these bigger sizes. I'm going to still add on to this and make a bigger set. And I skipped the 20 because it goes from, I think, 6 to 19 right now. I have some 6 to 19 no skips on the Overdrive. Or is it 8 to 19? Hold on, let me check. All right, 6 to 19 no skips. I just checked. And they all have that 6-point design. And it says on Craftsman's website, and it gets 70% rounded bolts, where the RBRT gets 90%. So this is 20% better. And these are probably a little bit longer. Definitely a little bit longer than the standard Overdrive, but it's the same family. So you're going to see USAG, Facom, or whatever it is, how you pronounce it, and Mac and Craftsman Overdrive sharing a lot of the same technologies and similar designs with the wrenches. So I decided to get the 21 and 22. Eventually I'll get the 20, and then I'll go a little bit higher. I'll get to 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27, and maybe skip 28, 29, and go right to 31 or 30. I mean, I'll just go with 30 or whatever. I don't know. I'm playing it by ear, guys. Probably just go to 30 after 27. And then we do have the, like I said, SAE 1-inch version, 6-point design with the RBRT teeth. I'm definitely going to get bigger sizes of this, like 1 1/8, 1 1/16, 1 1/8, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, you know, that stuff. I'm definitely going to go, I don't think I'm going to go past 1 1/2 unless it becomes necessary. So I decided to expand my Overdrive RBRT line with these 6-point wrenches on the box end, and they have the RBRT teeth right there. So we're moving that to the side. That is very good. The other ones that we got here was so we got the V-Series wrenches from Craftsman, and they're also a no-skip, except for one size, which is the 9/32. So I ended up buying a 9/32. You've seen that in a previous video. I had a little 9/32 wrench, box end with the open-end wrench, and it's the same as these. So it's a tiny wrench that gives it the no-skip size from whatever it started off to whatever it is, and I had to continue on. So this is my SAE, and this is my metric. So I did the same thing with the metric. I skipped the 20 for now, and I went to 21, 22. And this, by the way, this is the RBRT on the open end, and this is just a traditional 12-point wrench. So I wanted to do traditional 12-point wrench because that's a 12-point on the V-Series wrenches, and I needed to just have this in case I wanted. 12 points always a good basic style of wrench to have with a combination wrench like this. And we decided to do it with the Mac Tools 12 with the SAE 2. So over here I have 13/16, which I didn't have in the other set. We do have a 15/16, but this is a bigger 15, a longer, and I kind of wanted a more longer 15/16 because the Craftsman V-Series one is about that much shorter. And I want a little bit more. With something this big, you kind of want a lot more leverage because you're going to be dealing with more rounded or more hard to access area. And if you need that length, this is what you need. So I'm definitely going to, throw this into that set. And same thing with this one, the 1-inch SAE. We're definitely going to go bigger. We're going to go do exactly what we did to the 6 points. We're going to go up to probably about 1.5 inches with this set. And then that's it. And if I need any more, I'll just order more off my Mac Tools guy. We have a 12-point over here. This is a lovely, lovely set. The finish is fantastic. They're all made in the USA, I believe. Well, it doesn't say, so maybe not. Maybe they're made in France. I don't know. I don't know where they're made, actually, guys. I thought they were made in the USA, but I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. Now let's go to one of my favorite tools. Basically, my favorite tools, probably my favorite thing on this whole table is these purple pry bars, the Mac Tools pry bars. Now, these are 1/4 inch thick. And this is your angled head and your straight head pry bars, mini pry bars. You guys that have been watching the channel, you guys know I have the green version of this. Now I have the purple, and as soon as the purples came out, you knew I had to jump on it because a lot of you guys that know me know I'm into the blue and purple stuff, and in the green as well. And the purple really caught my eye, and I said, you know what, this is going to be really awesome. So I ended up getting the purple. Here is the model number. These come in a 2-pack set. So you're going to get both of these in the 2-pack set for Mac Tools. That's your model numbers. They have the striking cap at the end. Little pocket clip over here. Very nice. I love the purple. I'm down for the purple, guys. So we got that out of the way. Another big thing we got over here was the Radiator picks. Radiator hose pull picks. We have this one with the hook. These are the extended editions because, sometimes some stuff is really hard to access, and something like this is a necessity, especially on, cars that are really packed in. And here's another one. This one's got like that somewhat angled head. And you're using the tri-lobe design here from Snap-on, made in the USA. So I figured, I'm definitely going to be using this on a future project that I have planned for a client, and that's why I got these. These are fantastic. Couldn't say anything, enough about them. They're so good. So I love that. Here is a Snap-on 3/8 extended flex head, locking flex head edition. I've been wanting this for a while. I wanted the long version, but I actually originally wanted the 14-inch first, then before I got this. But my Snap-on guy ran out of the 14-inch version of the 3/8. By the way, this is a 3/8 drive. And so I was like, you know what? I'll just take the long one, and when you get the regular 14-inch one, I'll take the 14-inch one after. So, because I have the shorter one, like the one that's like, I want to say 10 inches long. So I wanted the next size up because that's going to be my main Snap-on go-to when I use Snap-on. But this one's not bad. This one is very good because it's going to be the elongated one. This is 20 inches, guys. And it's got a nice little locking flex head. There's your lever switch. And it's got detents. Gotta love the Snap-on here for the ratchets. There's your on and off switch. Really nice, smooth design. Very quiet. Low back drag. This is the 80 tooth, by the way. Love it, and I'm glad I got it in the shop here. And now we have this. This is the Snap-on. I forgot what model number. The Torch 300. That's what it is. The 300 model. They have a 400, and my Snap-on guy said, "Do not get the 400," because I thought I was going to get the 400, and he said he said check out the flame. So we looked at the flame, and the 400 really makes like a really too heavy a flame, and when you want to lower it down, it's still too big. So this one was a better happy medium. I know they make a 100 model. I don't know if they make a 200. And I was thinking about getting the 100 after the fact because I didn't know there was a 100 model. I thought it was just a 3 and a 400. And I don't even know if there's a 200. So I decided to get the 300 model because it's got the right amount of flame, of like big flame when you need it and small flame when you don't. You hold this, and there's your flame, and there's your adjustment. Right now it's on at smallest. And then you push the button to shut it down. So you hold the button to turn it on, and then you push the button again to shut it down. This thing's hot. But yeah, snap-on, torch. Plus, this is a lot easier than the one they sell at Harbor Freight. I have the Harbor Freight one, and let me tell you, what a difference. It's like night and day. You hold this, you hit this, and then you're off to the racetrack. There's no fuss, no muss. I guess why I said I got a lot of love for that torch. I'm glad I got it. I may get the 100 in the future, but not right now. But yeah, this is the full loadout. So whatever you guys think, let me know in the comments. I just wanted to bring this haul to you guys, and it was long overdue, guys, but I'm happy with it. And so if you guys like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications. As always, have yourselves a good day, good night. You know, hype the videos if you can, guys. And we're going to tool truck ourselves out of here. And the CE Tool Den is out.